Hi guys, welcome to another Transformers toy review. Today we're taking a look at a third-party Transformer. This is reformatted 45 Mnemo or Mnemo and Motif. So it's a two-pack. This is by Mastermind Creations. This is their Chromedome and Rewind. So the two figures come together. They come actually packaged in their vehicle mode. Here's the box here, and they come in like a clamshell with them both securely packaged up. With it, you get a whole host of other accessories as well, which I'll show you, and then show you how they kind of interact with the figures. So you get these sets of hands that I'll focus here. Surgeon hands with the little fingers out. They're all individually painted. You get an open hand here for Chromedome. You also get this is kind of a Chromedome and Rewind, is in his right hand is then holding onto, I don't know if you can see that, Rewind, so you can get him in a pose where he's holding hands, and there's one bit where it shows on the back where they're kind of, where is it? Here where kind of Rewinds, he's kind of dragging him along, or he's flying, not quite sure which. And you also get an alternative head sculpt as well, which comes with looks like a transmitter thing on here. So this kind of extra bit here and this bit here. Other than that, it looks exactly the same. You get two character cards, so these are kind of made out of like credit card type material. I really like these ones. And yeah, you get that, and then you turn it around on the back here, and you get their kind of strength and stats and things like that. So both of them pretty low on strength, but intelligence both pretty high on. Cast is okay. Courage is quite low on Chromedome. Firepower a little bit higher on Chromedome, not so much on Rewind. And skill, both pretty skilled. You also get this booklet here, which doubles up as a comic. Really love the comics for these ones. This one's called Survivor, this issue 44. And it's a really well written comic. And the artwork is really good as well. I won't spoil too much, but you know, it goes along the lines of what we've seen with Rewind and Chromedome before. But it's a little bit deeper in my opinion. And then if you flip it around the other way here, you get your instruction booklet here, and it just takes you through each step of the way in terms of transformation and everything else like that. And you also do get some pictures of the all-in-one combiner that they're doing, which is going to be first one is going to be first aid for the Protectobots Defensor. So that's all good. Yeah, so it takes you through transformation of each, and it shows you them kind of holding hands at the end, and how you can swap out the hands for each one as well. So it's pretty straightforward. I managed to transform these without kind of referring back to the instructions, which is good. Also, the other couple of accessories to mention is these are because I ordered through Planet Steel, so this is one of their exclusive sets that they do. Normally, if you pre-order through them, you get kind of like exclusive accessory that comes with the figure. So you get these red guns with kind of brown paint and grey in there, which are obviously meant to be his weapons that the G1 figure used to have. He used to have two red guns, very similar to this. So it's very cool. And again, looking at the picture here, you've got Rewind on his shoulders, the nice shiny bit in the middle here. All the normal sort of stuff, and pictures of them in their robot and alt modes on the back, and how they can interact with each other as well. So that is that. Then you get the actual figures themselves. They come packaged in their alt modes, as I mentioned. Rewind here is this kind of tape thing, or a kind of data slug, if you like. Here it's quite big and chunky. Doesn't look as if it kind of interacts anyway with Chromedome in this way. I don't know, unless you kind of pop them on there or anything like that. It doesn't seem to tab in any way at all. But yeah, it's pretty good. It all kind of tabs together really well. It's quite a clever transformation, which will take you through. In terms of paint, in this mode, this doesn't show a lot, but it does kind of, from the back here, it does look like a tape with the 2 gold pieces here, red detailing here, which is kind of like a metallic paint. The same with the gold. It's all done very well, but not a load to write home about with this one, with this mode. This is what it is really. Then you get Chromedome, and he kind of has this Cybertronian vehicle mode. A bit snazzy, a little bit different, isn't it? So not quite what we're used to with Chromedome, but I think this represents how he looked in the More Than Meets the Eye comic. So yeah, it's pretty good. Lots of different coloured plastics that they've used for this. Not loads of different paints, but nice breakup. You do get some red paint down here, silver on here. I think this is painted cream as well. Kind of blue metallic paint on top of here, red paint on here. Looks like a little bit the cream paint down here as well as yellow, black and grey for the wheels, and yellow running through the tyres as well. The wheels kind of run okay. It's a little bit squeaky, and then these ones also roll as well, and grey paint on here as well. So not much to grumble at really. You know, you might not like the alt mode, but it's kind of how he was in the comic, I believe. So, you know, if you don't like it, that's, you know, kind of how he was. But I think they've done a pretty good job at kind of recreating that. And it's a tricky one then to get the next mode right, which I think they have done. What I'm going to do now is take you through the transformation. So just adjust the camera slightly. What we'll do first is we'll do rewind. It's fairly easy to transform. And then we'll take a look at Chromedome. So kind of lift these bits up here like that. And you can see kind of how the arms and legs are all folded out. So unpeg this from here, unpeg that from there. This bit comes out from here as well. It's kind of, and then you can see the leg there. It's just kind of pegged into there. So you just want to, actually let's do the arms first, just move them out of the way there. And they kind of, they peg in a few different places there. And then sort of down here, I think, as well. And the feet are just pegged into here. So just kind of move them away there. And then fold out the legs like so. You're going to bring this bit down here and rotate it around so it's facing the front. The feet, you actually want to kind of use the tilt on here. Bring it out and then swap it around. And then bring it back in. And then it all kind of closes up nicely. You kind of bring this bit in here and close this bit up. And, you know, there are hollow bits, but they've kind of, with the flaps that they've got for it, it all kind of covers up quite nicely. And then you do the same on this side here as well. Just kind of unfold everything out. It's a little bit more tricky to get him back into this mode, but, you know, again, I kind of managed to do it without the instructions. It's fairly straightforward and quite fun to do actually as well. So, you know, some transformations are a little bit fiddly and annoying with things, but this kind of just flows quite nicely. There we go. And then you got the head, which is kind of hidden away down in here. You fold that out, bring that forward, and it's a pretty neat looking figure. You've got this kind of orangey red for the mouth. The blue's done really nicely, and he's got a little camera on the side here with a bit of red paint in here. Then you've got a little bit of added detail, silver and grey on the sides here. Some nice silver on the knee pads and on the feet. And then the gold detailing we mentioned about, and the red in there. And the head can kind of look up a little bit, can look down a fair bit, kind of move from side to side and move all the way around as well. The arms, you get a butterfly that sort of moves forward and back, which is nice. And the arms themselves, don't think they rotate around. No, they can move up, but not around, I don't think. Unless they pull out a little bit. No, I don't think they move up, but not forward and back, I don't think. Which is odd, unless I'm doing something wrong, but I don't think I am. Yeah, you get that forward and back there. Yeah, it doesn't appear to rotate around in there, just because of the type of joint that they've got in there. Yeah, it's a weird one. Rotation here. The arm goes all the way up to there, which is nice. And the fists rotate around here as well. And the fist can obviously pop out to swap out. There's one that will swap out, which you'll see later on, which is fairly easy to do. You do get waist articulation that goes all the way around. No kind of ab crunch or anything. The legs go up to there, out to the back, all the way out to the side, swivel at the top there, bend the knee up to there, and you get your tilt there, and a forward on there as well, and a back. So a good deal of motion. Yeah, I think the only disappointing thing was about that articulation in the arm. I hadn't noticed that when I first time round playing it, but yeah, it's definitely a bit of a miss. But yeah, he's a good looking figure. Here he is alongside kind of Megatron. There's a bit of comparison. That's from the Siege line. So he's kind of, what do you call it? Not deluxe. It's kind of between a deluxe and a kind of scout class, I guess. And then we get Chromedome here, and yeah, this is a pretty clever transformation actually. So you want to unpeg this from here. This is going to sort of come out to the side like that, and then you're going to unpeg that from there and there. The fists are pegged into the legs, so they kind of come out as well to the side. You're going to bring these bits down. You're going to rotate it around like that, and then if you bend the knee this way, you can then fold this bit over here, which kind of locks that kind of thigh piece in place. You can then come around here, just unpeg this bit here. It kind of pegs in down here. You're going to bring up this, which just unlocks that foot and then allows you to swivel it around like so. There's a little notch in here, and you have to line it up to where there's a notch on the wheel. So you bring that down, line it up like that, and then on the back here there's like a little bit that you pull out, and that will make the foot. And then you kind of bring this bit up here, but you can do that a little bit later on. So that's kind of one of the legs done. Then same again, kind of rotate it around here, bend the knee here, and that will allow you to close this bit up and kind of lock the top of the thigh here. Come round to the back or around the front and just unpeg that from there, and it will just allow you to rotate this around then like so. And again, you see where it was pegged in underneath there. I'll just need to rotate out, and again just find that little slot in here like so. There we go. Open this bit up at the back like that. Got to straighten out his legs a little bit. I think I've got that right. Feet then can also, you've got, I'll go through the articulation later, but you've got kind of like a swivel in there as well. That one's come undone, is it? No, just needs moving forward a little bit. So you've got this bottom half done, and now you want to concentrate on the upper half to get this transformed. First thing you want to do is rotate the arms around like so, and then you also rotate this other bit around as well. So then rotate that around. This bit's going to fold into here, that bit's going to fold over to there, and then bring it over, and it should then slot into place. And this rotate, if the wrist is kind of rotated around the wrong way, just bring it back around again. So I'll just repeat that again. So it's unplugged. Just rotate the thing around, and then keep this round at the same time. Plug these in, fold it round like that. Next, on the unpeg, there's a little on here on the wheels. Just unpeg this bit from here, here. You start to bring these down, and what happens is the wheel has to kind of rotate up to allow for that to plug into there. So again, on this side, just kind of rotate it around, and just allow you to bring that round, and then these kind of exhaust bits kind of go up here like that, and fill in that gap, and you can push these bits down. So it's nearly done. It's just kind of this middle section to do. So you want to unpeg this from here, like so. Unpeg from the kind of crotch area as well. And then pull this bit towards you a little bit, and that will just allow you to be able to open this up and then rotate the head around, like so. You can then, on this back piece, rotate this around here, like that. Yeah, I think that's right. Like so. This bit here, these pieces are going to rotate around and then up. So push it back and then down like that, and then push this bit up here, and then you're going to fold that into there, and it should clip into place. And then I think you are done. That is Chromedome there. I'm sure I've got them right. There, alongside a rewind, like that. And they look pretty good together. The size and everything works. Go through the articulation, then the accessories. So Chromedome can actually look at a good fair bit down, which is good, because if you've got him with this one, he can look up a bit and they can look down, and they can kind of look at each other. So you can look down to the side, up. Nice paint around the face, yellow, gold, like a cream colour in here, which is slightly different to the plastic, which is good. Cream paint in here, the yellow for the wheels, which we spoke about already. Nice red in here, and cream around the midsection, and even little grey detailing around the top of the legs here as well. These bits are supposed to go up, but you know, you can rotate them around wherever you want. Pretty good articulation on this guy. The arms go all the way around, out to here. No butterfly. There is a swivel there, and then double jointed arm goes all the way up to there. So that's nice. The hands rotate around. They're on ball joints, so you can pull those off. And then you've got the one finger on the base pin, and the others as well go all together, and then the thumb just stays as it is. The waist articulates all the way around, kind of have to move the backpack a little bit, but it's nothing to worry about. The legs can go all the way up to the front there, nearly all the way to the back, out to the side there, and then rotation at the top, bend in the knee back to there, so good deal of range there. You get rotation here as well. Just checking that is right. Yeah, rotation round in here. You get swivel there, forward, back there, and yeah, and then you get, just checking to see if that is all pegged in properly yet. And then the toes can move forward and back there as well. So real good range of motion on the figure, and he displays nicely, I think. Stands up pretty well. I just have to get used to sort of organising these feet because they are a little bit clunky, but I think with the range of movement that you got on him, you can always kind of get him standing up okay. Yeah, I mean, they are a little bit awkward. Earlier on I was having no problem at all, and then all of a sudden now I can't stand him up, but yeah, he's absolutely fine. I'll go through the accessories. So you've got your guns. You can hold those in his hands. They just fit in that gap, so it's not like a perfect fitting, but you then just fold the hands around it, and you know, he holds those in his hand just fine, and that looks quite cool. Also, you can hold both guns, they fit in exactly the same. You can swap out his hands, so they are pretty easy to swap out. Pull them out like this. So he's got the hands done with the kind of longer nails, which he uses for his brain thing. And then for the head, just to swap that out, it's fairly easy. You don't have to undo it all the way, but just loosen it slightly, he says, and pop the head off. So there we go. So that's, I didn't actually have to loosen that. So if I just grab that other head, because I don't want to lose it. So let's just grab that 1 second. Right, found the head. So in actual fact, on the instructions it says to undo it with a screwdriver, but on mine I could just literally pop it off. But you can unscrew it slightly. And that is, straighten that up. And that is the look there with those on, and you can pretty much move them right close to his head or to someone else's head, obviously, to do that. Quite cool accessories. And just notice as well, oh no, I thought that bit is supposed to move, but I don't think it is. So it does slot back in there, so just be aware that that bit can come out. So that's a little bit loose. So it is a piece that plugs in there, so just be aware of that. But it's not broken, it just kind of come unplugged. And this, just tighten that a bit up just to be sure. Yes, that's it in okay. And then you've got the option to swap out the other hands, so you get another 2 sets of hands, which I'll just swap over now. So you get the out-displayed one like that, and then you get the holdy hand one, which is here. So plug that in like that, and then you get hold of Rewind's hand, and then and peg his, and then peg his, he says, into that one like that. And then the instructions show them holding hands in a few different ways. So I guess they can kind of hold hands like that. If he wants to kind of bend down a bit, I think that's probably going to work a little bit better. So you can hold hands like that. Or the other thing, it shows you the weird kind of flying thing, which he can kind of support his weight. Or like, I don't know if he's supposed to be flying or he's being dragged around. But it shows him. I'll try and do it best I can. Kind of shows him. Hold him up like this. Well, you can do it a few different ways, but yeah, it kind of shows him a little bit similar to that, where he's kind of almost either being dragged around or he's like flying he's holding hands like that, and you can get them looking at each other, which is quite a cool thing as well. The other thing they do show on the instructions as well, so just unplug this and plug that around, is you can kind of get him sitting on his shoulders as well. Let's pop his other hand in just so this doesn't get lost. So that's another thing to be aware of really with all these accessories, is just be careful you don't lose them all. So yeah, you can kind of get him on his shoulders, he says. That. See if I can kind of get it done properly. Like that. The pose that they show on there is kind of with Chromedome, like holding it almost. So he's like, as you would do with someone you kind of giving a piggyback, he's kind of holding him with one arm like that. That's probably about as good as I'm kind of going to get it really. But then on the other hand, it kind of also shows him kind of holding his other leg like that. But you've only got the one outsplayed arm, so with the other one you kind of have to use the other hand more. But yeah, you can do that. So it is a thing. It's just a little bit tricky to get in that position, but once he's in that position, he's in it. That's pretty cool. I might even display him like that. So yeah, that's it really, guys. I think I've been through all the accessories and everything else like that. If you've got any questions on how anything works, please let me know. Just be careful with this little thing here that can fall out, so you have to really treat that with kid gloves. It's really quite delicate, and I'm tempted to super glue that in, but I'll just leave that to one side for now. Yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. In terms of like a recommend, not recommend, yeah, I think it's a really good version of the two of them, and you know, it's faithful to the more than meets the eye interpretation of them, and it's really cool that the two interact together, which I think is great. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if you're going to be picking these guys up or not, or if you're just not fussed. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.